take off, take flight with you. For we never fly, but we're flying.
Welcome to episode 98 of Take Flight podcast. This episode is brought to you by myself, Daniel, and this is going to be a Take Flight takeaway. In today's Take Flight takeaway, I want to speak to you about making the most of now. In recent weeks, conversations with friends, with my wife, haven't been directly targeted around this area, but organically have gravitated in this direction. Being a recent example, yesterday, my wife said she wanted apple crumble and it was about 5 to midnight. And for her, she's not one to eat very late. Neither of us are actually. But she said, I want to have apple crumble because life's too short. And in conversations with some friends in the last few weeks, we've been talking about growth and how we've changed over time in a positive way, but also trying to enjoy the moment. And I wouldn't say it's controversial, but in recent or previous episodes that we've hosted as a quartet, we've spoken about dreams, goals, having visions. And I wouldn't say that that's not a problem, but I also feel that there's an element at times we put so much pressure on ourselves to achieve something by a certain age, that we'll be happy when we get a specific job, or we want to attain something in life. And until then, we're not going to be very content. But I'm also a firm believer that whilst that's true and we should attain to have dreams and vision and goals, we should still enjoy life in the interim. What I mean by that is not saying, for example, YOLO or doing very foolish things that might have dire consequences and ramifications, but very much of enjoying the moment, enjoying the present state that you're in. If there is, for example, a holiday you want to go on, a place you like to visit, a theatre production that you like to watch, why not go for it and enjoy it? We often postpone things and often maybe at times never do it. And I'm speaking to myself whilst I say this as well, because we live in an age where delayed gratification is sometimes applicable, but also you don't want not instant enjoyment, for lack of a better word, but you want to just basically throw your money away right now. I'm not saying do that, but if you're in a position to want to do something, well, if you're in a position that you can do something and you would like to do something, enjoy it. It doesn't have to be something very lavish. It could be you've never been to afternoon tea, you never been on a boat, or something small or something big, depending on what it is for yourself. But it's really about enjoying the moment. And I say, or I've heard, yesterday's the past, today is the present, and tomorrow's a gift. No one knows what tomorrow holds. No one knows what may happen tomorrow. So we need to really enjoy today and enjoy our own lives. I came across something on Instagram the other day, it made me think it was quite funny, but at the same time, very true. It was when people say, I'm going to wait to retirement to enjoy life. And the image was of a couple who were on a gondola in Venice, but they were fast asleep. What that picture was saying was they've waited off all their life to really enjoy life, that when they got to that stage where they're tired. Of course, there are many things we can do on a daily basis that we can make sure we're making the most of every day. For example, waking up early, eating right, putting the right foods into your body, giving yourself the right nutrition, exercise. Of course, studies show that people who exercise regularly, are reported to be happier, calmer, and better equipped to handle whatever the day decides to throw at them. Try and accomplish a big task, do what you love, resting effectively, enjoying the company of others and being present in that moment, helping to maybe others via giving, and also resetting, taking each day as it comes. In, for example, my life, let's say in early 20s, you want to start working, have a good job, receive a good income. But when we get to that stage, does our life change and say, oh, I actually want to enjoy the way I'm living? We just tend to extend or set new targets and new targets and new targets. That I was even reflecting with a friend that, wow, it's been over 10 years since we finished university. And it wasn't like a negative, but it's like how time has quickly flown by is how time will continue to fly by. And as I get older, I feel like time quickly escapes us, that we're getting older quicker as I get older. That it's not like when you're a child, you don't really have any concept of time. You just go through the motions of going through school, etc., etc. But as you get older, when you have, I wouldn't say more control, but you're more in control of what you do and how you spend your time, time just seems to evade us. And that's why I'm saying making the most of today, making the most of now. And my wife and I, we're still thinking long term. Of course, we think about the future. We still have goals and dreams and aspirations for the future. But at the same time, we've been very much saying life's too short. We need to enjoy life. We need to enjoy and do the things that we want to do whilst we still can, because we don't know what tomorrow holds. So whilst I start closing, think about what it is. If there is something in your life that you thought, I'm going to wait till the year 2020 X. I'm going to wait till I turn X. Why not accelerate that? Why not say, it doesn't matter about the age or the year. Let me just go out and enjoy. And even you've heard Olu share on the podcast. He wants to go to and live, move to Bali and live in Bali. Why not go and do it? Whilst you can, whilst you have the opportunity. It may not be perfect circumstances, or your equation might not be perfect and balanced on both sides, but you can make it work. Sometimes things don't fall into place until you take that leap, take that step in faith of thinking, okay, I might not have all the ingredients for what I want to do, but I believe that when I get there, things will fall into place. There are opportunities that will come my way in order for me to be able to live comfortably, sustainably, etc., etc. What I'm trying to say is make the most of now. I hope you found it enjoyable, insightful. As always, please send any feedback you have for us on this episode or any previous episodes or future episodes. And you can send that to Take Flight Podcast, which can be found on Instagram. Alternatively, you can email us at takeflightpodcast@gmail.com. We hope, on behalf of the Take Flight team, and I definitely myself, hope you're keeping well, staying safe and healthy, and have a productive and glorious week ahead. See you next week for episode 99 of Take Flight Podcast. Stay well and God bless.
Take off, take flight with you. Yeah, for we never fly, but we're